Mounting a GFCI outside. I get this stuff at Depot, pretty inexpensive. A in-use box, which is nice for if you got something plugged in all the time. It either opens left to right or up and down. It's kind of nice. I need this companion piece. It's a junction box. Actually goes with it. You might not need this, but I do. Has a few options. The cover mounts to that. There's a gasket goes between them, and then the GFCI that goes inside. This is an outdoor rated 20 amp GFCI. Even though it's in a box and it's covered, it still needs to be outdoor rated. So anyways, I had a weird scenario here. There's a big coil of wire behind the panel, and it was dead. Couldn't figure out what it went to or where it came from. But it's the right size wire, and it's plenty long enough for what I'm doing, so I just kind of want to reuse it if possible. I traced it back to this GFI next to the panel, is the only other thing on it, and that's dead too. So I was in the panel doing something else and checking this out. They had snipped the wires for whatever reason. They were just laying in there, who knows. There was an old stove 30 amp breaker in there that was dead, just filling space, so I'm going to use that spot for my new breaker to power this circuit. Outside, hammer drill to get through the mortar. Mortar is going to be the easiest place to drill. That's going to get me into that crawl space where I need to be. And then I'll use the wood spade bit to drill through the rim joist. I already checked, made sure there wasn't anything in there, where I'm going to be poking out. So mounting the box. It comes with clips to mount it, but I can't really use them in this situation. So I marked where the mortar joint is on the box. I'm going to drill a couple holes in the box with a metal bit, and for mounting it to the house. So when I do go to, I'll hold this box back up there and drill a couple holes for these tap cons with the right size bit. And then after I get everything pre-drilled, I'll stuff the wire out. And when I did that, I squirted most of that tube of silicone in that hole, and then realized while I was working on the box that I worked most of the silicone out of that hole between the wood and the brick. So I'll remedy that with some spray foam from the inside and the outside, and then I'll take care of that. I left a little loop of wire there in case you got to work on it or change out that GFI ever. There's a little bit of slack there if you need to. So yeah, running back to the panel, got everything stapled up and tightened up and neatened up, and got my new 20 amp breaker in there, got everything hooked up, and there was a dead spot there I filled with a blank cover, and fired everything up and made sure everything was hooked up good and working. And yeah, it looks good. So I silicone around the box, and we'll call this one done. So hope that helps you out, and good luck.